University. I used to teach there.
Mhm.
I don't know. I've got to approach them one at a time. See if I can.
Do you need some help cleaning?
Well, I've got someone coming tomorrow who's an old librarian, and she's really good at that sort of stuff. I mean, she can make sense of a bookcase in a minute. Which, I mean, you have to really know the history of the world kind of to sort library books. But just cleaning, yeah, I could use some help. I got just about everything cleaned up now, though. I got some nice French wine. Would you like some of that?
Sure.
Okay. I finished writing some letters, so I've done my work for today. Let's see what time it is.
The time
Let's see, it's almost quitting
is
time.
3:50.
I get to quit about 5 o'clock usually. When it gets
Writing?
dark, you know, I
Yeah.
quit. I mean, enough's enough. The hell with it. I can do some things tomorrow, but I've got to do a lot today because tomorrow's an office big day, and I've got to check out on my bank account. I've got to pay my taxes in the country. I've got to pay the rent in the city. Oh my God, all business all day.
Oh, that's what we have to do living in America.
Yeah, we really do have to. If you don't pay those taxes, they'll auction your land
They'll
off
be running after you.
right under it. You know, they'll just take your land. And you'll come home and you don't own your own house anymore.
Yeah.
And these monsters, oh, this building is so corrupt. It's so crazy. I asked that they turn on my TV because I have direct TV, which is on the roof,
Mhm.
and the snow was falling very fast, and it couldn't receive the signal. The TV was on, but no signal. So they had to go up in the roof and brush it off. Well, do you know they called the cops on me because I made that request?
Really?
Yeah, and they had the emergency medical mobile unit because I'm supposed to be crazy or something.
Oh my God.
I mean, finally I said to this nice young policeman, I said, would you do me a favor and go up and brush off my antenna, you know, the satellite signal? He said, sure. And we all laughed about it, and he went up on the roof and brushed it off, and he said, now it's all clear. And I said, yes. I went inside, and it was working wonderfully. But, you know, the building management is so crazy. They were in a hurry to go home, and they wouldn't do me this favor, go up the stairs on the elevator. I mean, it doesn't even cost them any effort.
Yeah.
And see, if you open the door to the roof, it sounds an alarm, but they're the building, so they can do it. I can't do it. But the police did it for me. And the emergency medical person said, can I go home early? I said, I'd go home and I'd shop too when you go home because there's a snowstorm coming. It's already here, in fact. And we all left, and then the policeman went away, and the emergency medical idiot went away, and I went in my house and watched television. I mean, but management is so stubborn. And those Puerto Rican girls are so rude and inconsiderate. And Valerio Osorio, who owns this building, I mean, he got it for $1 from the city of New York. He really paid $1 for it.
Really?
It's all corruption.
How many years ago?
Oh, I don't know, 7, 5, 4, something like that. And I lost the most beautiful studio in New York. I used to live on the Bowery. I still resent that I had to give up that address.
I started reading your book, so yeah, there was mention of your studio in Bowery.
It was a beautiful studio. I had 2 floors, 2,400 square feet, times 2, 5,000 square feet. It's a beautiful studio. Light on all sides, wonderful. But they kicked me out of it, and they resorted to the lowest thing. I had a lawyer and everything, and they still decided they'd call me crazy, because that's how you get rid of someone, you call them crazy.
Right.
I have a developer upstate who wants my farm, and he calls me crazy too. I guess I really must be a mad wreck. But you see, you're an old lady, and they can call you crazy in a minute. And then they can cart you off to the funny house. And it isn't really funny. You use 8 days of your life. 8 days, that makes a mess of your checkbook. You have incommunicado for 8 days. Think of it. I mean, think what that does to your life. Chaos. Chaos shall reign again.
But next time with antenna, call me. I
Oh,
love the roofs.
oh, well, you can't get up on my roof without causing an alarm bell to go off.
Also, there is a special lock there, right?
No, it's an alarmed bell. You see, when you go on the roof, you have to open it,
And
and
then
it sounds a bell, and very
Right.
few, nobody can open it except members of the management of my building, which belongs to Valerio Osorio, who is actually a nobleman in Italy. He goes home to check on his lands every now and again. And he's really an idiot. And he's a greedy, vile man because he owns a lot of buildings in the city of New York. And he has a little game called, it's HMO, meaning Home Management Office or some shit like that. So he's got it looks like charity, but it isn't. He's an owner of buildings, a lot of buildings in the city of New York, many on 23rd Street. In fact, and the police know he's corrupt. That's why they laugh with me. When I get in trouble with the management, they just laugh. And they all know Val is corrupt. So we have a good sense of humor about it. But it's very frightening to face the police, for one thing. I mean, there are 9 men in the hallway crowding it up, and then another 2 men, the assistant, and then the capture person, who's going to capture me and put me in stir again. I mean, I don't have any rights in America at all. There are no civil rights for women, I noticed. And Barack Obama has never mentioned women's rights in his whole history. I guess that's Hillary's job. Anyway.
So maybe I can step by tonight or tomorrow night?
Yeah, you can stop by 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I'll be quit working by that time. See you then.
What about us?
Go up and stay an hour, 2
Yeah.
hours.
Okay.
5 o'clock
Okay.
on the dot. Now you see the problem she's having. Despite the fact who she is. She's forgotten who she is. No, that's me. That's not you.
I'm like,
That's food.
did I sit on something?
No. It's not your time of the month.
Oh, shut up. You man don't know a thing. Can you use a coffee? I want to take my hands.
Let me clean up back there. Hold on. I got stuff out. Gee whiz. What episode? Anybody watching? Anybody else? Maybe I missed that one.